We turn now to the latest on coronavirus. One of the largest parishes in Fort Wayne has lost all 4 of its priests and a summer seminarian because of the coronavirus. ABC 21's Corinne Rose has more.
Saturday night, one of the priests at Fort Wayne's St. Vincent de Paul Church went to the emergency room with mild symptoms of the coronavirus and tested positive for COVID-19. Doctors told him the diagnosis meant he has to quarantine in his room in the rectory, and the 3 other priests and a summer seminarian who also live there must self-isolate as well. Priests from other parishes will fill in until the priests have 2 negative coronavirus tests. As St. Vincent's pastor, Father Daniel Scheit says he wants to make sure people get the immediate sacramental care that they need.
For example, funerals, weddings, things that are already scheduled, to make sure that there's a priest to help with those.
The St. Vincent's priests were celebrating masses as recently as this weekend, although Father Dan says they were following safety protocols for communion.
For the distribution of communion, the priests would have taken all of the precautions, wearing masks and disinfecting our hands before distribution. So the likelihood of transmission there would be minimal.
He says hundreds of people do attend masses in person, which he says is a lower number than other times of the year because people are at the lake on the weekends. Father Dan also says one of the blessings of the pandemic is that the church increased its online presence to reach parishioners, like daily live-streamed services. He says he and the seminarian will continue those from the church as long as the sanctuary is otherwise empty, which he says is strictly a precaution.
None of the other priests is necessarily a carrier of the virus at this point. We're just prudentially taking precautions in case we are.
He says the follow-up testing should be complete in the next 2 weeks or so. In the meantime, the revised schedule for Mass can be found on the St. Vincent de Paul website. Corinne Rose, ABC 21.
And if you begin to develop symptoms like a deep cough, fever, and sore throat, you're asked to call your doctor.